All right, so Jason Rickards asks, how is the Eucharist, how how the Eucharist heals us similar to how the placebo effect works? And how is it different? Um, so, I mean, you're bringing me on a dangerous road, because if you know, obviously the Eucharist cannot be reduced to something like the placebo effect. The placebo effect, the Eucharist is we believe that it is the root of the ontological anchor of reality. The place of the ultimate sacrifice, and the kind of the end of the incarnation is we participate in that with the Eucharist. So it's more than obviously the placebo effect, but you could say that the way that it heals us. Let's say that someone goes for communion and experiences a physical healing, or some kind of psychic healing, let's say, which obviously is not only possible, but happens all the time. Then the way that it relates to the placebo effect is to understand that in some ways the placebo effect is a type of causality that cannot be limited by the mechanical sources, right? So you cannot completely predict from the physical states of the body the cause of the transformation that happens. The transformation seems to happen vertically through influence. In the case of the placebo effect, through the perception of authority and the belief in authority, the belief that this is going to work, that this is actually going to be real, the trust in that, and then that yields some kind of healing. And so, so in some ways, the placebo effect is a very minute, very small participation in the idea that faith, and that it's through those types of vertical alignments that you can be transformed. That's one of the ways that you can be transformed. So in that sense, when the Eucharist heals, it's obviously related to that, because if someone takes the Eucharist, a scientist can't show how the thing that has been eaten is healing your body in the way that a change of chemicals would like taking a certain amount of certain chemicals would affect the chemical composition of your body. But it nonetheless is happening through faith and through influence. So hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully people aren't thinking that I'm being sacrilegious here.